everybody, it's me, Zach. This is Judy, and welcome back to our channel. Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, and Amberlynn has another 30-minute long video. I'm kind of sort of starting to regret asking her to make videos longer than 8 minutes because, y'all, this is a big chunk of time to dedicate to Amberlynn Reed every day, but on that note, I just want to say thank y'all to dedicating time to watching my videos, which tend to be longer than Amberlynn's videos because I'm reacting to her 30-minute long videos. So thanks so much for sticking with it, for watching my channel. I appreciate y'all. Before we get into that, there are a few things that I thought we could weigh in on, talk about that happened on other parts of social media. Well, one was on her community tab posts and the other was on Instagram. I am blocked on Instagram and I have to log into Judy's Instagram account in order to see it. So usually I just rely on people sending me stuff because, to be honest, she only says something interesting on Instagram 1 out of every 250 questions she answers on Instagram Q&As. You know what I'm saying? So let me start with her community tab post. It was in response to Chantal. I don't really want to get into all of the details of all of the nonsense going on with Chantal, Marie, Foodie Booty, Big Beautiful Me, whoever, whatever. You know, I don't want to go into all of that because there's a reason I don't spend a lot of time covering her on my channel anymore because it's just too much. But I did do a video covering Amberlynn and Chantal getting into a disagreement, so you can go watch that if you want, like, more further backstory if you missed it whenever I first posted it. But basically, the too long didn't watch was that Amberlynn, like, for whatever reason, felt it was important for her to go into a live stream of Nodder's. Nodder is Chantal's maybe ex, allegedly ex. They definitely had some kind of relationship, Chantal and Nodder. Nodder has done a lot of things wrong in Chantal's eyes, and that I'd probably be inclined to agree with. He's not a great human. And Amberlynn thought it was really important to go into his live stream and say that she was sorry for calling him a narcissist. So, over the weekend at some point, Foodie Booty, she posted on her community tab and said, "Still feel good about your late night decision to apologize to my abuser at Amberlynn Reed." And Amberlynn, of course, responded to it and had a very long message and even posted some like receipts and screenshots. It's all still up on her community tab, so I'll let you go see the screenshots there. But I will read out and show what she posted as far as like the text on her community tab. "No, I do not feel good about it at all. I apologize for myself, not for him, but I regret it with every single part of me." Which, like, what does that mean? I guess I get that. Sometimes people are like, I'm gonna apologize so I can move on, not necessarily for the benefit of that person. I guess I get that. If you don't care about him, why are you apologizing? You know what I'm saying? "I cried with you last night and I cried with Dee Dee calling out to her father. I hate Nodder. He is everything bad in this world and he needs to go to prison. My heart breaks for every single person he has abused. I've tried to reach out to you several times, but I'm blocked everywhere. I tried to send you a super chat last night, but it wouldn't let me. And I also sent you a text on Wednesday that I'm not sure you received. Here are screenshots of the super chat and text I tried sending you. I'll forever love you as a person, Chantal. You are a good person, and I'll stand by that." That's what we're talking about here. That's why I'm bringing this up. Like, how Amberlynn can look at Chantal Marie and think she's a great person, maybe in comparison to Nodder Doodle Doo, but like, as a whole, Chantal's a good person. Is she? Is she? She goes on to say, "I have always believed everything you've said about Nodder, but I was blinded by my own guilt for calling him a narcissist when I've never even met the man. But fuck, I regret it so damn much." Yeah, it was kind of fucking stupid. It was kind of fucking stupid, especially if you're saying that you believe everything Chantal has ever said about this man, because Chantal has said that he's done some pretty awful things. Now, granted, she's changed her story on what that is several times. She has said some awful things, so if she's your friend and you thought, I believe everything you're saying, but I'm still gonna fraternize with this man, it's not adding up. It's not adding up. She then goes on to say, "I should have never apologized because he doesn't deserve it. He deserves prison. He deserves to feel like how he has made every single one of his victims feel, but worse." My stance on this the whole time has been that Amberlynn doing it in the first place was wild, unnecessary, and certainly a poor example of being a good friend to Chantal, whatever their friendship really looks like. I mean, there's also this thing that, like, when you're friends with people on the internet, I think that does look different than, like, my friendship with my bestie in real life, you know? So I don't think that they were as close as, like, some people would like to make it out to be, but they certainly have acknowledged each other as friends. To just kick your friend down like that seems really wild to me. The other thing I just wanted to note was 2 responses she made on her Instagram Q&A recently. One of them, I can't seem to find the screenshot, so if somebody sent it to me, I have no idea where it went, if I'm being honest with you. Or maybe I just saw it on my own, because maybe I did log into Judy's Instagram account to go check it out. But the first one was just addressing a question I wanted answered, but didn't actually ask myself, which was, why did she have baby food in the cart? And the baby food apparently is because wifey likes the banana baby food because it tastes like applesauce, but with bananas. But Amberlynn can't do it because the texture. She can't do it because of the texture. Which, honestly, I feel like eating baby food to be quirky was like something my friends and I did in like high school. So, I mean, whatever. It's not hurting anybody. Wifey, eat all the fucking banana baby food you want, bestie. Do it. Go for it. But the other one I definitely do have the screenshot of. And the question was, how is it fluctuations when you gain weight, but it's all you when you lose weight? Honestly, her response to this, the way she answered it, I'm not entirely sure if I 100% understand, but also, like, makes everything make sense in terms of, like, how Amberlynn thinks about anything. It's just, like, if this is how she's thinking about her fluctuation of gaining and losing, it explains so much about, like, her brain and how it does or doesn't work. So her response is, because I'm actively trying to lose weight. So if I'm gaining, it's a fluctuation, especially if I've been under my allotted calories. It still doesn't make no goddamn sense! But there you have it. There you have it. Thanks for clearing up nothing, Amberlynn. Thank you so much. So, anyways, the video today is 30 minutes long. It's 30 minutes and 57 seconds to be exact, so really almost 31 minutes. And as always in recent history, I will be probably editing out a lot of things that don't feel relevant. You know, if you're somebody who thinks that I've been nitpicky in the past, there's one thing that these 30-minute long videos are doing. It's making me be way less nitpicky. I think before I speak, I think, is this important? Is somebody gonna want to hear my thoughts about this? And then I don't. And then I say nothing so that I can cut it out later. So maybe if anything, she's helping me evolve into a less nitpicky, better creator. With all that being said, today's video is stir-fry recipe, we need to talk, and Walmart haul, 500-pound girl. Episode 6. So let's get to, shall we?
Guys, so this is episode 6 of 500 Pound
We made it.
And we have a cat.
Oh, wearity gay.
Who can tell that I'm not doing very good. So this is massive trigger warning for those who get affected when speaking about eating disorders. So last night after I
will say at this point, if people are still watching, not to say that you couldn't have new viewers, but I think at this point, if you're watching Amberlynn read, you kind of know what you're getting in for, right? But also with that being said, if she spends a lot of time talking about her eating disorder or things like that, like, I'll try to include the specific things, but honestly, I don't have a lot to say about it. Not to beat a dead horse, but I'm not a medical professional, I'm not a mental health professional, and I haven't personally struggled with an eating disorder, so I don't really know that I have a lot to say about it. But I'll try to include the highlights so I can at least, like, keep you up to date on on what is going on in Amberlynn Reid world, because obviously the things that she's going to talk about probably do impact things that she'll do later in the video. I mean, we're literally 20 seconds in, so I'm sure it will have an impact on the other things we talk about today.
ended episode 5 I did end up binging. I actually wrote down on a piece of paper how I felt before I even thought of binging, how I felt when I did think of binging, how I felt during binging, and how I felt afterwards. I think the worst of it is how actually I feel right now. So before I even thought of binging, I was having a pretty good night. And
I'm so interested and curious. One thing I was talking about in terms of like other mental health related things, so like my own experience with anxiety, is that like one part of anxiety, like how I deal with my anxiety, is identifying that I'm in a like anxious loop, because I do a lot of looping around things. Obviously, having anxiety is not the same as having a binge eating disorder, but I think it's so interesting to me, and I'd be curious from like a mental health perspective how she could stop this when she identifies, like she's able to identify she's getting ready to do it, right? She's able to identify it to the extent that she wrote it down and acknowledged that she felt like she wanted to binge, and then she did it. So I'm curious, like, what's the next step after that?
I was actually watching a vlog where someone showed a bag of chips. That's all it took. I felt insanely triggered from that. And then I could not stop thinking about food. I hate talking about this because a lot of people don't get it. And when you don't understand something, you judge something. That's just how life is for a lot of people when it comes to like binge eating, especially. I literally could not control it. There's almost like this possession that comes over you, for the lack of a better word, where you literally cannot control it. I was walking into the kitchen and I was telling myself not to. I was grabbing food and I was telling myself not to, that I did not want this, and I could not stop myself. I started crying while binging. I don't think I've ever done that before. I'm actually gonna show you what I binged on. Okay, so it started with a cup of noodle.
So she mentioned at some point in there, when you don't understand something, you judge somebody and things like that. So I really want to say that, like, I'm trying to listen and understand and see where she's coming from. I think it's helpful to try to listen to people when you haven't experienced something. I think it's concerning if this is the next day that she's holding on to all of the stuff that she binged on like that. I'm sure that that's like part of the disorder. And based on all of these things, I think it would be much more beneficial for her to be having these conversations with a therapist than it would be for her to come on camera and tell us about these things, you know? Like, I certainly, she's welcome to post whatever she wants. It's her YouTube channel and things like that. But like, if we're actually discussing the goal of getting better, I don't know if this is the way. Like, holding on to your leftover junk food wrappers to show what you binged on to your YouTube audience. I don't know. But I know she's also trying to be like honest and raw and real. So maybe that's a part of that. I don't know.
It's a fucking cup of noodle. But then it just got worse. I ended up having one of these rice-a-ronis.
Okay.
Wait, where's the trash for it?
And now you can't find your trash?
I can't find the trash for the peanuts.
It's also reminding me of, I don't know if y'all watched any of those videos where like, I see them a lot through like the Dollar Tree moms that I follow, but I know they're not the only ones. I think like they do it in the beauty guru community and things like that too. But like empties hauls where people hold on to their empty containers of shit and do a video where they show all the empty things they've used over the past month or whatever. This is giving big empties hauls for me, and I'm like, I don't know that I need to see the trash from your binge. I don't know how helpful that is to me.
But I had a whole can of peanuts. Oh, okay. I left one serving of peanuts, and I think my girlfriend ate. Okay, because I can't find the trash, but it was like this thing of caramel peanuts. The container was about that big.
Peanuts are like calorie dense, besties. Plus, when they're covered in caramel.
Eat all of that, and then I ate a whole thing of plantain chips.
Okay.
I wish I had the container for the peanuts. I feel like I'm not doing it justice.
And girl, it's really fine. We don't need to see the trash to believe you. I don't need to see the trash. Personally, I don't know. Maybe some of y'all want to see it. That's fine. But personally, I'm good. Personally, I don't know that it's great that you're hanging on to all of the trash from your binge last night.
Yeah, that was a lot of peanuts. And then this was like up to here. And now that's all that's left.
I honestly don't understand why she even keeps these things in her house. Like, for me, I just know that I can't handle myself around snacks like this, or like particularly like chips, for instance. So I literally just said to Noel, we had gotten in the habit of buying these really delicious pretzels. And I said, Bestie, we can't keep these in the house anymore, because all I want to do is just nibble on them all day throughout the day. So we gotta cut that out. This is just part of like the self-awareness piece, you know? Like, at some point you just gotta be like, this is not serving me to keep this stuff in my house.
But somehow, finally, after eating all that, I was able to stop myself. And I was just like, why couldn't I have stopped myself sooner? And I woke up fucking sick. I feel so sick. I have heartburn. I have indigestion. My gallstones hurt so bad.
Is that you got gallstones inside of you? Isn't that something that people like should get like taken care of? I don't know. I feel like anytime I've heard of people having like a problem with gallstones, they get their gallbladder out, or like if it's that like much of an issue. I'm very she just has gallstones sitting inside of her and she can feel them in pain. I feel like that's a concern. I don't know much about it. Like, I can only think of one person I know personally that had gallstone issues and they had their gallbladder taken out because it was that bad. So I'm very confused. I actually feel like I thought she said once upon a time that she did get her gallbladder out. Didn't she say that at some point? But that sounds like something you should go to the doctor about, honestly, truly.
And after so many days of like just counting calories and eating less, my body is like not sure how to react, I guess. I don't know. I just feel so sick. And I have an appointment with my psychologist today.
Oh, good.
Like, it's like bittersweet. Like, it's a good thing because clearly I need to talk about this.
Yeah. Also, knowing that you had that coming up, I would have just, instead of getting on camera and talking about it, waited to talk about that. I mean, that's me personally, how I would have handled things. And then maybe after you talk to your therapist, then had a moment with the camera to be like, this is what happened, this is how I was feeling, I talked about it with my therapist, this is how I'm feeling about it now. Because I feel like all of this is stuff that your therapist needs to hear, but maybe I don't. I don't know. I appreciate that, like, her whole goal right now on YouTube seems to be that she wants to be more vulnerable, but a lot of this seems like stuff that, like, what are any of her viewers going to be able to help her with this? In fact, I feel like, if anything, from her track record, when she shares stuff like this, the viewers, the people that watch her, that don't like her, do not help her feel better about these decisions. As somebody who just generally wants everybody to do better, I don't feel like this is going to help you do better, I can only imagine. I don't read her comment section because it's brutal, but I can imagine what her comment section looks like right now, and I don't know that any of that is going to be helpful in moving forward from this.
And I don't even want to weigh myself because I already know.
Well, you probably shouldn't weigh yourself every day anyways. We talk about that all the time, bestie. I don't think that's helping with how you view your weight or your health or things like that in general. Because as I pointed out, it's just a fluctuation if you gain weight, if you gain 0.2 of a pound. That's not like logical, rational thinking. I don't think the weighing yourself every day is helping anyways. So don't do it. Yeah, don't beat yourself up over whatever is on the scale today.
I know what triggered this, minus the fucking bag of chips in someone's video. I think it's just like, I've been counting calories and I've been in a calorie deficiency. Like, in the last 5 days, I'm only down 0.8 of a pound. It frustrates me because it's like, I can do everything right and my body still just does not want to lose weight.
See, this is, well, first of all, I don't know, honestly, truly, that you're doing everything right. I think if you've been watching the past few days, that we have seen that she doesn't add things up correctly, and that her idea of counting calories is like counting whatever she wants to count of calories. But also, what I want to say here is that she seems to be noting that her lack of success focusing on restricting herself and counting calories and things like that, and it not leading to the weight loss success that she wanted is what triggered her. It's almost as though the psychologist that she's talking about that's trying to treat her binge eating disorder, who has told her, and who Amberlynn has said has told her, that she needs to just focus on recovery from the eating disorder and not from losing weight, is onto something, because it seems like that is a trigger for you. So maybe if what we're worried about is like binging and things like that, we should take notes from the therapist who you apparently disagree with but continue to talk to anyways, you know? Is that making sense for y'all and the audience? That's what I hear her saying. I hear her saying that basically her therapist, who said maybe you shouldn't be focusing on weight loss when our concern right now is your eating disorder, is right. That's what it sounds like she's confirming that.
I don't get it. I was warned about this. They said, you know, menopause, after you get your hysterectomy, it's going to be harder to lose weight, especially now you're in your 30s.
Okay.
Like the whole 9 yards. Like, they weren't joking.
Listen, I'm sure that is true, but didn't she also utilize all of that for the reason that she lost a bunch of weight? Like, wasn't that a reason that she said in her mind that she lost all that weight recently? Because when she started this, I'm going to lose 100 pounds, and by that I mean 14 pounds, she said that a good chunk of that weight loss was because of all of the complications surrounding her having cancer and things like that. I'm confused.
It's not simple science anymore. It's not.
Well, all of that is science, because even if we're talking about the effects that your hysterectomy has on your body and its ability to lose weight, that's still all impacted by science. That's still science. Like, the way that your body responds to major surgery like that, that's still science, bestie. Like, I don't know what to tell you. That's biology. That's anatomy and physiology.
Instead of using you guys as my therapist, I'm going to wait until my appointment today to continue this conversation.
Okay, what? Yes, please, thank you. That's what I've been saying, bestie. And I truly mean that. As somebody who really, stands good therapy, like, this is all a great conversation to be having with your therapist who you trust, and not the trolls and the haters on the internet. I'm just saying.
I just wonder what my life would be like if I didn't binge.
There's still time to find out.
God, people just tell me, don't binge, don't binge. Choose life. It's not that easy, and if it was, life would have already been chosen. Today is absolutely,
okay,
without a doubt.
All right, so I don't think I have much more to add, but I'm hoping that that's the end of that section. We can move on. Would love to hear how her therapy appointment goes, and, you know, it looks like we have a Walmart moment still to come. So I know that first probably 10 minutes of this video have been a little rough, a little rocky. You know that things related to her health are not my favorite subjects to talk about. If you stuck along this road, bless you, and let's keep going.
I was waiting for my appointment for 15 minutes.
Oh no,
okay, this is weird.
Don't tell me she didn't get to have it. Oh, I will say that's the worst when you are like really waiting for a good therapy appointment, and because you know you got some shit to talk about, and something comes up with your therapist, and either they don't show up, or like they had to cancel, or you had the wrong day. I had that happen to me where I like wrote it down wrong in my calendar, so I thought I had an appointment and I didn't. That's the fucking worst. So if that did happen to her on today of all days, I do have some empathy and sympathy with you, girl, because I've been there. Also, has this been rolled up that whole time?
Someone told me to check my Gmail. So I checked my email, and turns out my psychologist is sick.
That's
I
a
hope she's
bummer.
okay, because that's what matters.
Right.
But I'm also like,
sure.
oh my God.
That is what matters, but it's also okay for you to be disappointed that you didn't get therapy today when you clearly are in need.
Because this was like the day I needed to talk to her. So, first meal of the day.
Ooh. Listen, here's the thing. I love when she has a recipe in the video. It always gets me a little bit excited because I'm like, oh, are we going to the glory days of watching Amberlynn struggle cook? And maybe I'll get to recreate it. But it's always disappointing because wifey's usually the one that's doing the majority of the cooking. And that is not as entertaining to me. And also, I don't even know if this is the stir-fry recipe. If it is, it doesn't look like any kind of stir-fry I've ever seen before. But gosh, we need some goofiness. We need some goofiness to get through the rest of this video.
My girlfriend melted me some cheese. Homemade turkey burger on this is
they love
Hawaiian
these
bagel.
bagels.
I'm going to show you like the actual brand.
They love these bagels, this turkey burger on a bagel moment.
My baby chose it, and let me tell you, good choice. Kroger Hawaiian bagel. It is so delicious.
I am curious. I feel like it could be good. Is it supposed to be like the little King's Hawaiian sweet rolls, but in bagel form? Because I love those little King's Hawaiian sweet rolls. Those shits are so good.
For one of them, it's 240 calories, but...
But what?
I know I didn't see my psychologist today, but with her advice, she does not think I should count calories, neither does the dietitian at the outpatient place.
Okay. So
and I've been counting them. I've been doing really good with that. You guys have seen it. I've just been counting.
Listen, if after all this time she finally decides to take this therapist's advice... You know, this whole time the therapist was advising her to do this, and the only piece of advice she took from the therapist was, let me go apologize to Nodder Doodle Doo. But if after all this time she says, well, now I'm going to, I mean, you know what? Everybody's got to come around eventually. Everybody's got to come around. Also, though, if her goal is to say, I'm not going to count calories, but she just hyper-focused on how many calories are on those bagels, then I don't know if you're 100% getting it yet, but we'll see.
And I binged so bad last night that, yeah, you guys know all about that. So we're just going to move on from that. I'm done being angry. I'm done being sad.
So are we still
move on.
Are we still counting?
I'm not going to count calories.
Oh, you're not?
My goal with this 500-pound girl is... It stays the same. I'm trying to get down to 472.4. That's still the goal of this, whether I count calories or not. So...
Well, I am curious because I still feel like then the whole point of the series goes against what your therapist and dietitian want then, because they said not to focus on weight loss, if I remember correctly from when you first talked about this, and instead focus on recovery from your eating disorder. And so is it really helpful to you then to still be hyper fixating on what you eat in a day and still having this overall goal of losing 14 pounds? I mean, I think I would love that for you. I think like the thing is you have to, I feel like, be on board 100% or no percent. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not going to do you well to listen to like 50% of their advice and still have this other 50% focused on eating the correct amounts to lose weight and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? I don't know. This episode feels a little bit more serious than we normally do, and I do think that it's important sometimes to be serious about things. I think there's probably a lot of people that are like frustrated, maybe concerned, upset, maybe some people who can relate to Amberlynn in this situation. And I think it's worth discussing, even though it's not my favorite thing to talk about.
The episodes are not ending because of this, so don't you worry.
I don't know if I was.
I'm showing you everything I eat. It's just
Right. That's the part
I'm gonna be more. I know a lot of people hate this word, but more just like intuitive.
Well, I don't.
Also realistic.
The thing is that I don't know if you know what that means. Like, I would be curious to know what that means for you these days. But also, like I said, you're still missing the part that, like, you're hyper fixated on the food, which seems to be what is part of the trigger for you.
Because it's like, yeah, intuitively, I would love Five Guys, but realistically, I know that that's also not great for my weight loss.
I don't think she's getting it.
You know, make a turkey burger at home.
I don't think she's getting it.
I don't have to make it as complicated as I am making it, I guess.
I don't think she understands at all anything, which is why she needs to keep talking to her therapist. It's really unfortunate that her therapist had to cancel today.
So I'm gonna eat my situation type deal. And look at what I wrote on here. I actually wrote this before I went to bed. Today is a new day.
It is a new day.
Okay.
It is a new day.
Because I wanted my girlfriend to wake up to that. Because I wrote her a letter because I binged while she was sleeping. And I wrote her a letter about it, like how I was feeling and all this stuff, because I just wanted to let her know, and also like let her know that it's a new day for the both of us, you know?
I mean, I don't know of course it's a new day for her, but I don't know what that has to do with her. I don't know why she's the one that needs to hear it in this particular situation type of deal.
And I wanted us both to wake up to that. So, to cook me something to eat. It's gonna be a chicken veggie kung pao moment.
Work.
So I have onion, zucchini, broccoli.
Is she cooking all of this on her own? Because if so, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Can't wait to see it.
Carrots. And my girlfriend's cutting me chicken right now. She's also gonna cut me this onion because, yeah, I don't want my hands to smell like onion. Weird thing.
I'm sure that's not even the worst thing your hands have smelled like, bestie. Just use some soap and water. It'll be fine. You'd rather your girlfriend's hands smell like dirty-ass onion? Okay. Weird choice, but work.
These
chess piece moments.
And zucchini.
She can't get enough of the chess piece.
I just need a couple.
What are you cutting about these? These are already...
Don't like the stems.
Of course not.
Obviously. Who would?
They're not that bad.
I'm sure some people do.
Especially if you're cooking them in a stir fry, it's gonna be fine, bestie. It's gonna be fine. This is already pre-cut and prepared broccoli for you. Like, the broccoli that comes in these kinds of bags is supposed to be go as you are. Serve as it is. No more cutting necessary.
Just not me.
Like, you're losing half of the nutrition. half of the thing. You're whittling it down to almost nothing. You just took almost the entire whole broccoli away from that and threw it away. What a fucking waste. What a waste! That's not even all, half of that is not even the stock part of it. What are you doing? Why is she doing this?
And then I'm just gonna cut these like super small.
Oh my gosh.
So they're not like big chunks.
Sure, whatever gets a piece of broccoli in your system, I guess. Ooh, look at that zucchini.
I'm gonna save the rest of this zucchini. I don't know how that's gonna really... I've never saved half of a zucchini before, so I don't know if it's gonna turn brown or what it's gonna do, but...
Girl, have you never, like... I mean, you know what? I saw her fridge. She doesn't keep a lot of produce on hand. But I'm like, you could definitely save that at least for a couple days and use it tomorrow. Use it tomorrow.
I'd rather try to save it than just throw it away.
Well, I would hope so. Jesus.
I have no idea what I'm doing. It's just like a chicken veggie.
No idea what you're doing when it comes to cooking in the kitchen? Color me so surprised, bestie. I would have never guessed.
So I'm just gonna season the chicken with some garlic salt.
I love my garlic salt, girl.
And some pepper.
All the flavors, so much seasoning.
So I'm just gonna add the veggies.
I'm so glad she seasoned that she put like half a pinch of pepper on that chicken. I will say, like, probably plenty of garlic salt, but like, that's all we're doing. That's all we're doing for this stir fry. I mean, she's gonna add that sauce to it, so maybe that's what she's counting on for the flavor.
In order based on how cooked I want them, if that makes sense.
I don't know if it does, but we're gonna find out. Oh, that's so loud.
The broccoli?
That's so loud. That's so loud, and that meat looks cooked, dry. I mean, it's chicken breast, so that's probably par for the course.
Soy sauce.
Just a touch.
I'm also gonna add onion.
Can't get too much flavor.
And carrots.
I'm obsessed that she's actually doing all of this cooking for the most part on her own, outside of cutting up the onion and the chicken. I love that. And it's been so long since she's cooked something that wifey had no part of. Okay, you know what?
Now I'm just going to add...
That doesn't look half bad. I don't know that it looks half good, but it doesn't look half bad. Like, I could eat that. I'm sure that's not that bad to eat. I'm sure that's, tastes fine. Tastes fine. I mean, she used a pre-made sauce. It can't be that bad.
Some raw scallions.
Yes! Oh, perfect. I don't know. I've seen green onions look, like, palatable. Something about the way she cut it up, they just look wet, soggy, and it just looks like a pile of not appetizing on top of that stir fry.
Sesame seeds.
Oh, perfect. Yes. Yes.
And there it is.
This
would be really good with peanuts in it, too. I'm going to turn on the lights.
I do remember she did, I don't know how long ago it was. It's at least since I've lived here, because I made it here. But she did make a stir fry, something or another, didn't she, that had peanuts in it? I'm pretty sure I recreated it, and the peanuts were an odd choice because she added it after the fact. She just added just straight up raw peanuts on top. Are we doing a torrid moment?
The lights are on. Oh my god. Okay. So, don't mind me. I've actually changed.
I'm not minding you.
Since you last saw me.
No, you haven't changed since I last saw you because you were wearing this while you were cooking. You were wearing this while you were cooking because I didn't say anything about it on film, but I was thinking, oh my god, she's actually wearing the Daisy Duck dress situation type of deal. Because
I think, need to go to Walmart. I still feel super fucking sick. I don't know if, like, it's my intestines, if I have gas, if it's my gallstones acting up.
I'm concerned about the gallstone thing. That feels like something you should get checked out because if you can feel them inside of you acting up or something, to me, that just sounds concerning.
I've had gallstones. I found out that I had gallstones when I was like 21, 22, so it's been about a decade. I know that if I ever do get weight loss surgery, that they'll take those out for me. But I figured.
Well, what about your actual just gallbladder? Like, I don't understand why we're walking around with this situation.
We could do a torrid moment.
I don't need a torrid moment. I don't need a torrid moment.
I recently did for you guys.
I thought we were going to Walmart. I want to go. Mom, can we go to Walmart, please? I don't want a torrid moment.
The last torrid in this bag, but
I'm glad is it over?
This bag as well.
I hate that there's another bag.
It says parental advisory, explicit content. This is totally...
I already know I'm gonna hate this shirt. She's gonna wear this shirt to troll or something, or put in a fucking thumbnail. I hate it. I hate it.
My style.
Your style? This is your style?
So if you guys know me, you know exactly what I'm gonna say.
What does this say about your style if this is exactly totally your style? What does this say about your style? This looks like nothing you normally wear. I don't understand how this is totally your style.
I'm gonna say we need a cardigan for this. So it's just a simplistic shirt. I can't even rate it. Like, there's no rating you can give.
What do you mean?
A lot of people ask.
You give ratings to simple shirts all the time. What do you mean you can't give this a rating?
Why do you wear a cardigan all the time? Or how come you don't show your legs? Read the comments down below. The fat shaming? That's probably why. So we did end up going to Walmart. It was a pretty quick stop.
Is she doing an actual voice? Is she listening to my feedback? Is she doing a voiceover right now instead of copyright-free music, royalty-free music? I mean, I would like to dance, but I also am just, is she really taking my advice?
It was fixing to close. We had about 30 minutes, but I saw these so freaking cute cups.
Those tumblers. Right
grammar? Probably not.
Those tumblers are cute.
I saw these cups.
They're like knockoff Starbucks tumblers. I do appreciate that. They are cute.
Just like instantly, I was like, colorful cups, yay. And I had to get this one.
Oh, you had to?
And yeah, another day in the store with no scooter. Very, very proud of that.
Very proud of you.
And then I was walking past the Quest bars. And I know they have Quest.
Things you don't need is more Quest anything. You have a whole section in your pantry. We just watched you organize it, dedicated to Quest products. You have a whole entire section of that pantry.
I was fixing to get the frosted
I was fixing to get it,
but I was like, nah. And then of course, you know me, I have to sniff something. Whether it's
I gotta sniff something. I gotta sniff something. I know you. I know you, Amberlynn. You gotta sniff something. Can I just tell you, Noel and I, if you don't know this about me, love K-pop. I'm wearing this Twice shirt that I got at their LA concert that I recently tie-dyed. I also love Wasa from Mamamoo, and she's like my bias from that group. She just came out with a song today with this man that I don't know any of the male K-pop people like that outside of like BTS and Wonho, so I don't know who this guy was, but I watched obviously because of Wasa. And there's this moment where she was just going through this abandoned building and she was touching everything, and Noel turns and looks at me and says, "Oh my gosh, the Amberlynn Reid of it all. She's touching everything." And I was just like, this is how I know we're too deep in this house. We're too deep. We're too deep. You know what? I'm living for the voiceover moment. I'm so glad she's doing a voiceover. I feel like she's listening to me, even though she's probably not. She probably just came upon this decision on her own.
And if you're wondering why I'm doing a voiceover, it's because they had their music playing so loud. I literally thought I was in a disco concert.
Oh. So it's just because their music was... Has that not stopped you before, girl? What's the difference between the voiceover and you just putting on the royalty-free music? No, because you could have just put royalty-free music. I love that you're doing a voiceover. Never change. Don't change this. Keep doing this part right here.
And then my girlfriend was at the Mugs, and she drinks coffee. Like, I can't even speak. She drinks coffee every morning, so she wanted to find a new one. And these were all her options. These are all the ones that she likes, and she was trying to debate upon, but she did decide which one. Try to guess.
Try to guess? I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't know enough about wifey to know which one she would pick. All I ever see are parts of her body. How would I know what she would be interested in?
We literally only spent like $30-something.
Okay.
Love that.
On stuff you don't need, but... Like you need another tumbler. You just showed us the big ass coldest water bottle you got.
You guys, I did get this. Thought it was super cute.
I mean, it's cute. It's cute. I always think I would love one of those Starbucks reusable tumbler things, and then I'm just like, but for what? For like, what would I actually use it for?
And out of all the mugs that she was debating on, she got the one where before it looks like this, and then once it gets like hot.
I will say, fellow millennials, it's time to move on from Harry Potter. J.K. Rowling is trash, and Harry Potter was cute for what it was, when it was, but it's time to move on. It absolutely is time to move on. And I don't care if you're upset with me for saying that. I'm just stating facts right now, okay?
She's Slytherin, but I'll let you know.
Okay.
She drinks coffee.
Your house, your Harry Potter house, is no longer sufficient personality. I don't care if you're a Slytherin. I don't care. Ravenclaw, Gryffindor, Hufflepuff. I don't care. And I particularly don't care what wifey is, or Amberlynn, for that matter. Amberlynn also only got into Harry Potter, like, 2 or 3 years ago. Also, just to be clear. Do y'all remember when she dressed up as Hermione for Halloween? Yeah, that was about the time that she got into it.
So update on my pain, it's so weird. Like, it lessens when I'm, like, standing or walking.
Okay.
And I've had this pain before.
Stand and walk more then, I guess. I don't know what to tell you, bestie. That or go to the doctor.
So we're back from the walk, and my girlfriend is making this cucumber mozzarella situation for us to eat. And we also have some tea on the stove. I don't like tea, but I'm going to drink said tea because it's supposed to help with gallstone pain. You know, I'm having a moment where I think it might be gas.
Been there, girl. Been there. When I've just been in pain, like had stomach pain all day, and I'm like, am I sick or is it just gas? Do I just need to take a big old fart? Do I just need to do some farting and shitting and pissing and farting, you know?
But on our walk, we saw two people making out.
Work. Good for them. Good for them.
That was fun.
Good for them.
My eyelash is coming off because my eyes are itching. I know, I probably should take them off. But I'm looking crazy when I take them off. I guess I could. Oh, the difference is, baby, look how silly I look. Baby, look at me. Look. Oh, I'm so funny. I took my eyelashes off. Look how funny I am, baby. Which eye do you like better? Point.
I love your eyes.
Okay, which one?
Both of them.
Both of them?
Baby, I love your eyes. Wait, I gotta do wifey. Babe, I love your eyes. Babe, I love both of them. Babe. That's gonna be, that's wifey. Babe, I love your eyes. And then, baby, which one do you like the most? Both of them. I like them both equally. Babe, you gotta pick one. You gotta pick one. One, babe. Okay. Oh, well, I'll pick both.
So between the pain and between not counting calories, I'm thinking about food, like, drastically less.
Okay. So maybe your therapist was on to something. All right. Cool.
So here is my cucumber. There's also mozzarella cheese, zesty Italian pepper, and sesame seeds. And here is...
I don't know if that's for me, bestie, but if you enjoy it, good for you.
It's my tea. So we're also going to play Mario Kart. I'm
course.
Peach, and she's someone from Zelda.
Link.
Not someone from Zelda. Don't do Link like that. Don't do my favorite Nintendo twink like that. You can't. Leave Link alone!
Link. Okay. I also want to show you her mug.
I can't see it, bestie.
I can't see it.
Your lighting is shit.
See, it was all black, but she added the hot to it, and now all of the...
Not she added the hot to it. Get out of here.
The houses are on there. I look crazy. I'm just finishing up.
Bestie, you look no different than you normally do when you're not wearing makeup. What do you mean?
My tea, it actually tastes really good. Added some stevia to it and some honey. That's how she made it.
Well, first of all, it's stevia. But why are you adding stevia and honey? The honey is already a sweetener. Why do you need fake sugar in there too? Listen, I don't hate fake sugar. I use Splenda every day in my coffee, just to be clear. But I'm not in there also adding real sugar. What's the point of fake sugar if you're just going to add real sugar to it?
So I'm done with everything I eat today. Didn't track calories or anything like that.
Work.
So intuitive. I just have not been hungry today. I will say I am feeling, in this moment, a lot better.
Good.
So
I'm glad to hear it.
I think the walking helped. The tea. I'm trying to drink more water. This is like my third water bottle, so definitely trying to force it down.
So today we can drink straight from the water bottles. We don't have to pour them into another container. We can just drink straight from the water bottle on its own.
I've been to a surgeon before, actually, when I was in the 300s about my gallstones. And he literally said, can't give surgery on you. You're too big. I've shared this story before multiple times.
Okay. So I appreciate that she's clarifying that, because I remember that it had been a conversation before on her channel, and for some reason I thought she did have her gallbladder taken out or something like that. I am curious if they would be able to do it now. Like, I feel like technology has probably come a little bit of a ways since then. But also, I just feel like something like that was causing you that much pain would be something as a motivating factor to, like, change some things in your life, you know?
I don't know. My camera's supposed to die, so I can talk about this in a whole other video. But if I do ever get weight loss surgery, they do take out gallbladders if they have gallstones, from what I've been told.
Okay.
Well, weight loss surgery is something that I still think of a lot.
Let's work towards it then, bestie.
We'll talk more about that some other time. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. I know it was kind of sad the whole time, but you know.
It was.
Vulnerability, am I right? That's what these episodes are about in this series. So, anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye, bestie. All right, y'all. Wow, that was a tough episode, and honestly, I don't know if, like, they continue to be that, like, serious or sad, if I will keep up the reactions to every single thing. Like I mentioned at some point during this video, I do think, you know, it's worth having some of the conversations about, especially if it's about therapy and seeking therapy and things like that. Like, I'm always happy to talk about that. And I do hope that she's able to get into her therapist soon, because I really do believe, like, the first 10 minutes of that video would have been a great conversation with her therapist, but it's like, I don't know, to some extent it's probably helpful for her to verbally process some of that stuff. But I also just think, like, I just know, I mean, she mentioned at some point, I might cut it out of the actual end video, but she mentioned at some point that, like, the reason she didn't wear cardigans and show her legs and stuff was because of the comments. And I'm like, well, that should probably be the same kind of reason that you don't share things that you would share with your therapist on your channel too, because I just feel like the comments potentially are not super helpful and probably not going to be things she needs to hear. And I also have a lot of questions about the gallbladder stuff. Like, I'm just curious if anybody has experience with that. I'm sure there's going to be lots of people in the comments who can share more information about that, but I just, like, don't know how that works, and I feel like it's probably not good for her to have been sitting here with all this gallbladder issues this whole time. Anyways, I don't know. I don't know, but this is already a very long video, so I'm just gonna wrap it up. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you're brand new to my channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button so you get notifications when I post a new video. Make sure to leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all my social media, including my second channel where I play video games, and also on Twitch where we react to silly internet videos and stuff like that. I love you all so much. I'll see you all next time. Bye!